Hey guys, this is Amy with Stick with the Plan. Today we are talking about there's more in you than you know. Stay right here, I'll explain. So glad you joined me today. We're talking about there's more in you than you know. Now, my two children, Lake and Summer, they have been running cross country this season, and Lake's getting really good. He has just found a place of strength within him. He just kicks it up a notch. He is just beating upperclassmen now. He finished first in his school at this last race that I was at. I was so proud of him. He's just found like a new strength within. Now my daughter Summer, when she's out there running, she's easily distracted. I caught her last race. She didn't know. I went behind the bleachers to check on her, and she was out there in the field, and she had found a butterfly, and she was just looking at it, and I said, "Summer!" I clapped my hands. I said, "Go!" And she just put a big smile on her face, and she began to get back on track. She got on the track, got on the course, took off running again. It reminds me of that verse in Hebrews chapter 12 where it says, we're surrounded by a great cloud of witnesses, that we shouldn't easily get snared, by things that would distract us, but that we would have endurance to run this race. And so, looking at how she runs, she was easily distracted. She needed a little help to get on course. Then I thought about that word endurance. That's what I've seen my son tap into. He has found this inner strength. When the situation looks difficult, he still has this ability on the inside to pull strength from within to finish. And Summer will get there. She's still young. But as I'm watching them run, I had watched Summer cross the line, so I walked over. Lakes is the next race, so I'm waiting for my son to start. I walked over to the starting block, and the elementary schools were still running. Those little runners were still coming in. And, I was watching them, and, the race was going on. These were the last ones to finish. And their little faces looked so sad, and they were so discouraged. And I just began to, start cheering for them. I remember this one little guy's face. He was just looking down, and he was so sad. And I just said, "Come on, you can do it. You've got it. Finish, push, you've got this." And he just looked up at me, and he began to shake his head, and it was like he was pulling strength from the inside of him, and there was a little incline, and I just saw him push from whatever he had left. He was stronger than he thought. He had more in there than he thought he did. When he got that little encouragement, it let him know that the finish line, it wasn't as far off as it would seem, that it was just around that corner. See, the enemy wants you to think that the finish line is a long, far way, that you'll never make it. But that's not true. In Galatians 6 and verse 9, it says, "Don't grow weary in well-doing, but in due season you're going to reap. If you just don't quit, don't lose heart." We can draw from strength within. He told us in the Word, God told us that when we feel weak, He is strong. That, His grace is more than sufficient for us. Whatever you're going through, you have help from within. You've got the greater one on the inside of you. Now, the other morning I woke up and the Lord just spoke to my heart. He said, "Now, what you've done this far, I'm going to require even more." And I thought, oh my goodness, there's more? There's more for me to do? You feel busy at what you're doing right now, and I think that's a word for all of us, everyone watching today. God's requiring more from you. So it's going to take us digging into that inner strength to know that we've got the greater one on the inside of us. With Him, we can do all things. So dig a little deeper today. Stir up that's within you. Let God show you how to, let the joy of the Lord be your strength. So at the end of this, we're going to testify. We have kept the faith. We have finished this race. And that's how we'll stick with the plans He has for us. So glad you were with us today. Just remember, the joy of the Lord is your strength. You're going to finish this race. We love hearing from you, all that God is doing in your life. It's a blessing to us. Thank you for your likes, your love, especially your shares. You sharing this with your friends, getting this good news out. It's an encouragement to us. If you're on YouTube, subscribe and give us a thumbs up. Leave a comment. If you're on Facebook, like this page, because each and every week we are bringing you a brand new video to help you stick with the plan.